Morning, everybody. You hear me okay? All right. Well, welcome to Westside Unitarian Universalist Church, where compassion leads us to work for justice and equality. We're glad you're able to visit with us today, and it's my hope that you find something here that nourishes your heart, feeds your mind, and grows your spirit. And off the book a little bit, I'm channeling Russell today. I've decided to throw a couple jokes in. So, don't shoot the messenger. I know he delivers, his timing is impeccable. They're just little ones, but humor me. And I hope to humor you. So, here's something. Today is National Panda Day. And I have got a panda joke for you. Why do pandas like old movies? Jana? They're black and white. I told you. The hits keep coming. So I'm Darren Cote, and I'm your worship associate this morning. Be you a spiritual seeker, an atheist, or a theist, Westside is a community of many beliefs, genders, and sexualities. It's a community of diverse cultural, racial, and class backgrounds. It's a community of varied abilities and gifts. Clearly, my gift of making you laugh, not quite at the level of, say, a minister emeritus, for instance. Some here find inspiration in the great books, others the great outdoors, and still others in great conversations. Whoever you may be, you're all welcome in our inclusive congregation. To newcomers and old friends alike, together we say, welcome. Also at Westside, we're raising the next generation of Unitarian Universalists, and we want them to know that they're an important part of our community. Several years ago, we chose to be radically inclusive and to adopt a multi-generational worship where our services include all family members. So welcome to children and youth of all ages. I notice there aren't maybe quite as many youth here right now, and we might get to that a little bit later as to the exciting reason why we're missing a few of ours this morning. I promise it's a good thing. And if they were here, they would appreciate this other panda joke, I'm thinking, more tailored to the youngers. What's a panda's favorite cooking utensil? Jana? No? It's a pan. Duh. A pan. Duh. All right, that took me a minute. So there's a few announcements in your order of service this morning. Please take any of them with you for reminders later this week or to share with others. I'd like to point out the yellow sheet for a couple of reasons. On the front is the Ode to Westside insert. Last week, Tiffany Manigo had a self-reflection. That is this Ode to Westside that she presented last week. I wasn't able to be here last week, so I was really happy to see the words, and Tiffany was happy to share them for us, for those of you like me that may have missed them. Now, if there's time today, we have some interactive stuff going on, so we may be short, we may be long, but if there is time today, I might include you all in a reading of the Ode to Westside Tiffany presented for us last week. For those of you that are joining us online or visiting in person today, if you're not already on our mailing list, we ask that you please sign up by clicking the link at the bottom of our westsideuu.org website. And for those of you that are here in person, as always, we ask that you silence any electronic devices. This morning, I'm happy to share Excited to share with the congregation our expressions of gratitude for the loving community of which we belong here at Westside. These past weeks, we have asked you to consider what you value about Westside's presence in your life and in the community as well as the programs, the people, or the opportunities that sustain and encourage you. We have heard some really beautiful expressions from the pulpit the last several Sundays from members and friends, and some have written their thoughts on the gratitude wall, just on the other side of this wall here in our hallway. So what we thought we would do today was to lift some of these comments from your words from the wall or from earlier conversations, and to share those expressions of gratitude as we say, thank you, Westside. As we near the end of our financial stewardship campaign, we ask you to express your personal gratitude in the form of a financial commitment, the treasure part of the piece, to allow our beloved community to continue to flame on. As part of our Flame On stewardship drive, we want to recognize all aspects of giving. We've mentioned the treasure, but obviously there's the time and the talent. In this insert, you'll notice that, in one of these inserts, you'll notice that we hope to have all our pledges in by next Sunday, March the 23rd. Of note, we've got about 35% of our goal met with just over $108,000 from 25 pledge units toward our $300,000 goal for pledges. Still got some work to do in a week, and we'll certainly take your generous stewardship commitments after next Sunday, but we're trying to hit that goal by the 23rd. So please take time to consider and return your pledges today or this week using the QR code or the tiny URL link found on your Flame On program insert. Got it in here somewhere. Yeah, it is tiny, isn't it? Right here. So now, I invite you to take a deep breath, and from wherever you are, let's settle into this sacred space that we create, and let's worship together as we listen to this morning's prelude, Friend Like Me, by Alan Menken, performed by Dr. Yuki Kumamoto. I don't know the Charleston, but if I knew it, that song would make me want to kind of try it out. Thanks, Yuki. Our opening words this morning are by Bernie Siegel. If your gratitude depends on what life gives you or what other people do for you or to you, you're going to be disappointed more often than you are grateful. But you can learn to feel grateful by rethinking your attitude toward life. First, remember that contentment lies in giving. If you know that giving is better than receiving, then you can feel grateful for what you are able to give to others. It doesn't mean you ignore your own needs. You'll decide what to give and how to give it, and then at the end of the day, you'll be grateful for having had the chance to give in your own way. Remember, we all have something to give, and our ability to give is not related to our finances or our physical strength. As do many Unitarian Universalist congregations, we begin our time together this morning with the lighting of a chalice. The chalice is a symbol of our Unitarian Universalist faith and represents the Unitarian Universalist Association, or UUA. The flaming chalice symbolizes the heritage of our past, the warmth of our community, and the light of hope within this church today. Continuing our Flame On campaign, we asked Lisa and Jim Franey to share their answers to the questions about how they value Westside.
Good morning. So the questions we have, I am answering one, Lisa's going to answer the other. What do you value about Westside's presence in your life and community? So when Lisa and I were moving from West Texas to the DFW area, we talked about finding a church to join so we could get to know people. But our conversation quickly turned to why we dislike churches and dislike religion. Then I had a bright idea. I said, why don't we start our own church? After all, I am an ordained minister with a doctorate in divinity from the United Church of Bacon. While I said it jokingly, I had put some thought into what church would be like if we started our own church. Other than obviously serving bacon at every service, what would this church stand for? I came up with 4 basic core values if I were to start my own church. The church would be inclusive. Everyone would be welcome, regardless of their background, beliefs, or identity. We believe that diversity enriches our community and that everyone deserves a place where they feel accepted and valued. Number 2, it would be a hate-free zone. We would create a hate-free environment, leaving your hate at the door. We are all people just trying to get through life the best we can. Our church would be a sanctuary where kindness and respect are paramount. We would love one another. Not hating will only get you so far, but love can take you the rest of the way. Our church would emphasize on the importance of loving one another. We would encourage acts of kindness, compassion, and understanding, fostering a community built on love. Number 4, outreach and service. Our church would be committed to outreach and service. We would actively seek ways to help those in need, both within our community and beyond, whether it's through volunteer work, charity drives, or simply being there for someone in need. We would strive to make a positive impact. While the idea started as a joke, and we never really got our church past the car ride to Mansfield, the principles behind it are very real. When we finally started searching for real churches, we walked into Westside UU for the very first time. Here, we found a church that represented who we are and with people we were happy to get to know.
The second question is, what programs, people, and opportunities at Westside sustain and encourage you? I would have to say it's the people. From my first impression of being given a thoughtful gift bag with homemade bread on the first day we visited, to so many surprising coincidences and connections, from sitting with Myrtle at a membership lunch and learn, hearing of her journey from being raised Jewish as I was, to now, to Nikki boldly leading us through the deep exploration of evolution, through the Subtle Acts of Exclusion book, to having been born at the same long-closed hospital in New York City with a now good friend who is a member here, to having even gone to the same college at the same time on the East Coast as one of our other members here. That is a lot. This community has helped me with healing and peace just by existing. I easily get verklempt if you haven't noticed. Not even knowing you had done it, as I had just gone through a period of multiple losses when we first came here, which can feel so lonely. Lastly, I feel that sharing Westside with Jim and us experiencing what Westside together has been a beautiful experience. So thank you to each of you.
Thank you both. So our opening hymn today is number 346 in the gray hymnal, Come Sing a Song With Me. Please stand if you are able and so moved, and join our song leader, Jennifer Brown.
Good morning. We're going to do all four verses this morning.
Please remain standing and join me in our affirmation. Love is the doctrine of this church. The quest of truth is its sacrament, and service is its prayer. To dwell together in peace, to seek knowledge in freedom, to work for justice through action, to serve others in community, to the end that all souls shall grow into harmony with creation. Thus do we covenant with one another. You may be seated. So, please come forward if you are young at heart and would like to have a close-up view of our Time for All Ages, presented by Nikki's radically exploring sidekick, Tricia Bowes. Afterwards, we're going to sing the children back to their seats with number 118, This Little Light of Mine in the gray hymnal.
Good morning. Oh, I'm already dropping things. Good morning, everyone. I am Tricia Bowes. I am a board member here at Westside Unitarian Universalist Church, and I also am a teacher and get to hang out with some cool kids and teens, and I get to do the Time for All Ages today, so I'm winning, like 3 over. I get to do all the things. I want to tell you what's inside my box today. It's spring and I work in a public school. I am a speech pathologist, and that means I do lots of evaluations in the spring.
we've tried to figure out how children and some middle schoolers too, but I work mostly at the elementary school, how they communicate, right? So we check a couple of different things. We check receptive, like what do they understand? What can come into their brain that they understand, right? We also check what can they express. So what is going out from them, and all of these things are tested, right? We got lots of tests on the shelf, and we have like cool conversations. We also test how well that a child or a youth can connect to others and make friendships, right? And communication overall. And we have a saying that everything is communication. It doesn't have to be just words. We were talking about it in RE this morning, that oh, look, I just communicated. I didn't say a thing. I held out a box and communicated, hey, take this, right? Okay. Now I'm going to communicate. I want it back because I want to show you something. So I was thinking about all this testing that we do, and the receptive, what's coming in, the expressive, what's going out, the connection, how these things work. And I was thinking about Westside, and we put love at the center, right? So James helped me this morning, and I have a whole bunch of cool little hearts in here. And so when we're listening to somebody, or when we're hearing their words or watching their actions or their communication to us, are we thinking that they come from a place of love? Are we receiving them through love? So that's one question. The other one is, are we expressing ourselves? Are we showing others and giving communication with love? And the last piece is, do we have that connection with others? Can we make those connections with love at the center? So that's harder to measure. I don't have anything on my shelf. I don't have any standardized tests. Growl at standardized tests. But I don't have anything to test this. But I want you to think about it. So when we hear something from others, we can keep this in mind. Are they telling us this through love? Can we hear those words with love? Can we express ourselves with love to someone else? Also, can we pass it around? Can we make connection with others with love at the center? So, my charge for you this week is to work on those three things. When parents or when siblings say something to you, try to listen that there's love in there. When you say your words to your parents, to your friends, to your brothers, to your sisters, to cousins, to strangers, make sure that there's love at the center of that expression, right? And then when you're trying to connect to each other and build bonds of friendship and lift each other up, make sure that love is there too. So if you'll do me a favor and pass these around so they can be reminders for those people out there too. I may not have enough for everyone, but I can cut more hearts. Fear not, I'm a master at that. So, I've got some more. Will you help me pass out some hearts? Make sure to keep one for yourself as a reminder. And you can exchange hearts if you want a different color too, right? Okay. Thank you all. Keep that in your hearts and in your minds as we build connection throughout this week. And I'll see you next week. I'm gonna let it shine. Hey, Martin. Thank you, Lovey.
Good morning. I'm Jane Hardwick, one of the Pastoral Care Team Associates. In our community here at Westside, we make time each week to share pieces of our lives with one another. We do this because each person in this community has value. Members of the team can be identified wearing a pastoral care badge. And please submit your joys and concerns to the team by completing one of these orange forms at the welcome desk, by emailing us at pastoralcare@westsideu.org, or by contacting any member of the team. The other current members of our team are Carol Kappa, John Fisher, Brenda McKeon, Barbara Crotty, and Debbie Rake. And would the members of the team please raise your hand so our congregation can see who and where you are? Thank you. We share our concerns with one another, knowing that together we comfort each other. As I read your concern, would you please stand or raise your hand so all can know you are here from where you are? This is a concern from Tricia Bowes. There you are. My grandfather, Bill Strong, is in the hospital with low oxygen. Send sweet thoughts to this amazing 104-year-old. From Angie Groins. There you are. I have a friend in Stillwater, Oklahoma, that lost her house to wildfires. She has 2 cats and doesn't know where they are as well. Send her thoughts of love. And this is from John Negley through Linda Ice. On Wednesday, John had an emergency gallbladder surgery at Harris Southwest. Thursday, he had additional surgery to remove stones and debris from his bile ducts. He was released Saturday at 4 p.m. and is resting semi-comfortably at home. So let's send positive thoughts to John. And Joyce. John Fisher. Many thanks to my next-door neighbor, Salvador, who lifted my 2 extremely heavy air conditioner window units back onto brand new windows. Yay. And Tricia Bowes. Our youth and adult volunteers are in Austin, Texas, learning and living out justice in action. Yes, we wish them safe travels and fun memories. What a wonderful experience for them. Carol Kappa. There you. Congratulations to the TCU women's basketball team for winning the Big 12 championship last Sunday against Baylor, and now await being chosen for the big March Madness tournament tonight at 5 p.m. Yay. And Jana Peden. Okay. Woohoo for spring break. We make space each week for musical centering, knowing that the life and experience of every person matters, and together our lights shine brighter. As we hold all the joys and concerns among us, both those spoken and unspoken, let us sing together number 1009, Meditation and Breathing, in the Teal hymnal.
We're going to do this 3 times. When I breathe in, I'll breathe in peace. When I breathe out, I'll breathe out love. When I breathe in, I'll breathe in peace. When I breathe out, I'll breathe out love. When I breathe in, I'll breathe in peace. When I breathe out, I'll breathe out love.
Good morning. My name is Diane Austin, and I'll be leading our meditation this morning. You know, one of the statements on the gratitude wall spoke to the importance of meditation. I now invite you to relax your mind and body and join in a time of meditation. Today, we will begin with an introduction titled A Meditation on Gratitude and Joy by Jack Cornfield. Afterwards, our bell will sound to signal the start of a minute of silence for your own meditation, prayer, or reflection, and it will sound again at the end. With gratitude, I remember the people, animals, plants, insects, creatures of the sky and sea, air and water, fire and earth, all whose joyful exertion blesses my life every day. With gratitude, I remember the care and labor of 1,000 generations of elders and ancestors who came before me. I offer my gratitude for the safety and well-being I have been given. I offer my gratitude for the blessing of this earth I have been given. I offer my gratitude for the measure of health I have been given. I offer my gratitude for the family and friends I have been given. I offer my gratitude for the community I have been given. I offer my gratitude for the teachings and lessons I have been given. I offer my gratitude for the life I have been given. Just as we are grateful for our blessings, so we can be grateful for the blessings of others. May we be good company to one another in our questions and our journey. May it be so. Blessed be, and amen.
Thank you, Diane. Here at Westside, we practice our UU faith in a variety of ways. One of those ways is by giving 100% of our weekly collection gifts, unless otherwise designated, to support organizations who carry out our transcendent values of compassion, justice, and equality. For March, Westside's plate offering is Raíces, the Refugee and Immigrant Center for Education and Legal Services. Founded in San Antonio during the 1980s sanctuary movement, Raíces provides legal services to immigrants and refugees. The sanctuary movement was a response to U.S. policies that made it difficult for Central Americans fleeing civil conflict to seek asylum. Over time, Raíces has responded to changing immigration policies, focusing on families and children. It played a crucial role in combating the prior Trump administration's family separation policies by advocating in courts, reuniting families, and representing unaccompanied children. Many Westsiders will remember protesting these harmful policies right here in Fort Worth. In collaboration with Raíces, Westside provided a safe meeting space for families without status until COVID-19 halted activities. Today, Raíces is in the fight for its ability to represent unaccompanied children. In February, the Trump administration issued a stop order on all contracted legal services for children. On February 21st, later that same month, the stop order was rescinded, so the work continues for now. Raíces CEO Dolores Schroeder writes, quote, "When the needs of human lives are filtered through political expediency, we are all left with leadership that lacks compassion and breeds negligence. At Raíces, we will not sit silently as our nation denies the human and legal right to seek asylum," end quote. Please donate generously as you're able for their important work on immigrant justice. As a reminder, if you're giving toward your stewardship pledge, please use the envelopes at the bottom of the bowl as it's passed. And now, let us enjoy this musical offering, aptly named Grateful, by John Buccino, performed by Yuki. We thank you so much for putting into practice the spiritual virtue of generosity. Our giving connects us to the wider web of our community. And also thank you for keeping your stewardship commitment current to keep our congregation's important work going. And now for a little different reflection than what maybe we're used to.
Hello, my friends. It's good to be with you.
You know, I'd love for Russell to be able to do this reflection for me, but unfortunately, it's me. You get to hear me a little bit more today. So this I called Flame On, Expressions of Gratitude. I want to thank all of you that wrote statements on the gratitude wall. And if you'll indulge me, I'd like to share these statements, those that we have not yet as now, and perhaps add a little bit more of my thoughts to those statements. I've got 4 of them-ish. Someone wrote, "I'm grateful for the staff and volunteers who keep the church running." So true. You know, just in this room, we've got Gerald handing out programs and pencils today. We've got Donald and Charlie broadcasting us live and ensuring you can hear us. We've got the soulful sounds of Jennifer Brown leading us in song. And we've got Diane calming us with her soothing voice and meditation. It's just some of the many. So thank you. Another wrote on the wall, "Soul Matters." And for those of you that aren't familiar, they're probably referring to the worship research packets that Westside provides to help craft our small group meetings and our reflections, paid for by your donations and your support. Still another reminded us, quote, "The world may be on fire, but I can come here to find some balance, people in which decency and humanity is paramount. I can refill my humanity cup to start the week again," end quote. I thought to myself, 5 years ago this month, the world was also on fire as we began getting real with the experience of COVID 5 years ago. Our schools, our offices, our churches were shuttered. Amid the coronavirus pandemic, our nation's essential workers redefined what it truly meant to show up for their neighbor. When everyone else was encouraged to stay home, to be safe, essential workers, they went to work. They had to. We needed them. These workers gave the nation a new understanding of and an appreciation for the vital jobs that they do and the services that they provide us every single day. And I'm thinking of everyone that worked in food service. I'm thinking of people that worked in security. I'm thinking of our healthcare folks, our teachers, so many more that I haven't mentioned. I'm sure there are some essential workers among us. If you would please raise your hand or stand if you're able, and let us all know who you are so that we can thank you. Thank you. I saw the words social justice on the gratitude wall. Very prescient with our children in Austin, ready to talk with legislators tomorrow. But let's also recall 60 years ago, this month, brave, committed people crossed the Edmund Pettus Bridge in Selma, Alabama. They crossed once. No, they crossed twice. No, they actually crossed 3 times in their pursuit of the constitutional right to vote. It was a right already guaranteed to them by the 15th Amendment, but it was denied them by the state of Alabama, who went to great efforts to prevent blacks from registering to vote with such ditties as the poll tax, you may remember, also eliminated in a constitutional amendment. I am grateful for the marchers' dogged, persistent determination. 3 times they marched to ensure that we the people, all the people, had a say in the future of our country with the ultimate passage of the Voting Rights Act of 1965. And the work continues. The work of social justice. It's a path that we here at Westside continue to march. Tomorrow, 9 of us join 11 others in Austin, where we will literally make our voices heard, challenging our state representatives to reconsider bills that are wrong-headed and cruel. School voucher bills, anti-trans bills, some 300 of them filed for this session alone. I will say that of those 300, almost 100 of them are we call good bills. I shouldn't say anti-trans, they actually are pro-trans. But 66% of those, anti-trans. So we're going to go down there and we're going to challenge them with voices of reason and songs of joy and hope. I am grateful for the social justice actions of Unitarian Universalists, of our Westsiders, and for this beloved community. Will those that are representing Westside in Austin tomorrow that are here with us today, please stand or raise your hand so all can know who you are? Thank you. Thank you. That's about it for me. Thank you for your time, but I would ask that we maybe sing a little song of joy. So let's all rise as we're able and sing number 170. We are a gentle, angry people in the gray hymnal. We're going to sing verses 1, 2, and 4. You can be seated. Thank you. And now we've got a little bit of time left. I'm going to call this the interactive portion of our morning, although you've all been very interactive, and thank you, as always. On the back side of your yellow insert with the Ode to Westside on the front of it, you'll see a couple of questions. These are questions that we ask all of you when you consider what Westside means to you. And I'd like you to maybe put some pencil to paper here. We've got pencils next to Gerald if you need one. Sue maybe might help if anyone raises their hands if you need a pencil, because what we'd like to do is just hear from you. What are your thoughts on gratitude? Maybe we'll use 2 or 3 minutes, and you can keep it to yourself, or afterwards we're going to have a microphone for those folks that we would love for you to share what you're thinking. I think Carol's going to help walk the mic around, so we'll be sure to hear you here and on Facebook. So let's put pencil to paper for a couple of minutes while Yuki helps us with some thought-inspiring music. Thanks, everybody. If you're still working on it, that's fine. I know there were two, and some people may have a lot to say. But let's hear what you have to say. Is anybody willing to be that first brave soul that'll let us know what you're thinking about when it comes to gratitude in Westside? Daryl? Hold on, Daryl. I know you project, but Facebook wants to hear you.
Yes, one of the important things for me is reinforcing Westside does a great job reinforcing our own family values of compassion, justice, equity, inclusiveness, and just having a community that helps reinforce that with our children is what I value most.
Thanks, Daryl. Anybody else? Debbie? And then we'll get you, Jane. Remember to hold the mic right up to your mouth.
Okay,
There
thank
you
you.
go.
Being my exuberant self and not being expected to be a perfect lady.
Nice. Myrtle, member, hold it right up to your mouth so we can hear you.
Westside is my family and has been my family for the past 30 years, and I certainly value all of you.
Westside is a place where I feel safe and feel good about sharing my beliefs and values. And I really like Tiffany's Ode to Westside.
Yes. You can take it home with you. Who's next, Janet?
I had no community before I came here. Now I'm comfortably ensconced in this community and meditation sangha with special friends to share life with.
Thanks, Jana. Yeah, John, when you get done, Diane. Thanks, Carol.
You know, so many times I hear us say we're like-minded, but we aren't all thinking exactly the same thing. And that's one of the beautiful things about Westside, is that we are more than tolerant. We celebrate our differences. We are encouraged to express our ideas and our thoughts and to learn. We are not set in our ways. We are not the kind of people who say, well, that's the way I am and that's the way it's going to be, because we all grow here.
Thanks, Diane. Let's get John, and then we'll get Theron, well, Theron, you're right there. Why don't you go ahead? And John, I promise we'll get you next. Thanks for your patience.
I've learned the hard way that churches are fragile. This church has had its ups and downs, and Cindy and I had to be in another state. Church could be just how wonderful Westside is. We've seen, I didn't know democracy was so fragile until we had W and Trump. No idea.
Theron, I want to hear you so bad.
Okay.
You got it.
I had no idea that our country could
go.
be torn down so quickly. And Westside, with its ups and downs and some vital people leaving, really hard. But this church is full of good intentions and wonderful people, and there's resistance, and there's this hard work underneath. Together, and and that y'all were just wonderful. But it's a lot of hard work. A lot of that duck paddling underneath the water, looking serene. Microphone. The main reason Cindy and I have returned is this church. We're so grateful. We've left all the beauty behind because community was more important.
We're happy to have you back.
And they came back from Hawaii. Not,
I wrote love in the midst of a world that sometimes love to hate. And the welcoming and embracing fearful. And I'm the embracing and welcoming of the queer folk.
Thanks, John. Tricia over there, Carol.
I am a lifelong churchgoer, and I believe in the power of a community to hold each other. I don't have to translate my feelings or ignore part of the messages that I get here at Westside. I don't have to. It's just right in line with what I think and I feel, and I feel like I can be vulnerable and grow, as Diane said. Together, we lift each other up, we hold each other, we show up, we share laughs, and we share our struggles. And I want you all to know that it sounds over the top, but it's not. Lives have been saved because of the people in this community. Real people have found hope and have not taken their own life because of people in this community. Big.
Well, I am grateful for the music, obviously, and also the commonality in beliefs that all of us matter, and that should be fought for, to make sure that we all have rights and that we are all made to feel valued, and that there is a social justice committee that does get the boots on the ground to actually fight for those rights. I think that's amazing. The biggest thing for me is that my whole life I felt like an alien, because those beliefs that I just shared, I thought everyone felt that way. And growing up in Texas, I really felt like an alien. Like, you know, that's not something that everyone believes in. And so coming here and finding other aliens just like me has been just profound. So thank you to all you little aliens.
Thanks, everybody.
I'm going
Really
to finish.
glad
I'm going to finish
yeah,
up.
Thanks. Go ahead, Carol.
I'm going to take a personal note of privilege to say how this church showed themselves to Sue and I. What a wonderful community this is. You put feet to your words. You live your actions. And we had been members here about 7 years, and then Sue and I got married here in 2016. If you were here then, I think you were here that day. But if not, I see a lot of new faces, and I just want you to know this was one of the first, I think, weddings that we had here where we were able to have an actual wedding. There would have been some small weddings maybe that happened, but this was the first wedding in 2016, and it was truly a village effort that put it on. Myron and Linda did our reception, and Mary Alice was the photographer, and we had a former minister that was here, Annie Furster, married us, and it was just a fabulous event. And we had over close to 200 people here. The church was packed. So you showed your love to us, and I think Sue and I will forever be grateful for that event. So thank you all very much.
Sorry I missed that one. I hope we have another one. Thanks, everybody. We're running a little short on time, so I'm going to ask you to take Tiffany Manigo's words home with you. We don't really have time to say them now, but we do have time for one more reflection from the gratitude wall, and that was that someone spoke of, aptly enough, loving and accepting folks. So let's please rise as you're able and join together in singing our closing hymn today in your teal hymnal number 1014, Answering the Call of Love. You'll see it written as Standing on the Side of Love, but we ask that you sing Answering in the Call of Love as a substitute. Thank you.
We're going to do the first two verses.
The
beautiful. Please remain standing for our closing words by Dietrich Bonhoeffer. In ordinary life, we hardly realize that we receive a great deal more than we give, and that it is only with gratitude that life becomes rich. It's very easy to overestimate the importance of our own achievements in comparison with what we owe others. The chalice is now extinguished, but its light lives on in the minds and the hearts and souls of each of you. Carry that flame with you as you leave this place and share it with those you know, those you love, and most especially, those you have yet to meet. Please, join me in the congregational closing. Go in peace, seeking justice. Go in peace, committed to equal rights and opportunities for all. Go in the peace that is created when together we build communities of true solidarity, deep compassion, and fierce, unrelenting love. Go in peace. Thank you for the extra 10 minutes of your day. May it be so. Blessed be, and amen.